Hi, guys. Welcome to my presentation about the brightest case. My name is Nguyen Tuan Dat, and I'm from Vietnam. Currently, I'm studying at high school for the gifted. The first part I want to show is my table content. You guys can have a snapshot here. Next, we talk about the executive summary. Some key part I want to say that this company is a high risk credit profile because they have a quick profitability, tightening liquidity, raising leverage, and limit collateral capacity. And my decision is that maybe I can recommend the bank have conditional approval for them in 5 years. But why I say that this company have a negative profile about credit? So you can see that they have a weak profitability under rising interest burden. It's reflected in EBIT margin, net margin, and ROA when they have a decreasing trend, which means they have no buffer before interest rate and loss-making operation. And another problem is that they suffer from interest expense that increasing annually. And however, in contrast, despite the growing revenue, but the pace of the growth has clearly slowed. So actually, it's not a fully positive signal show that this company have something that really uh, good. Yeah, I would say that. The next problem is about the liquidity when the free cash flow that decline annually, and more problem is about the retained cash when it's just 3.5 million in 2023. Um, this the problem here, like this. And I some identify the cash outflow is increased because account receivable is increased, account payable is increased, and the chain working capital is still increased. Some positive sides about current ratio and quick ratio here. I'm sorry. Yeah, they show that I can cover short-term obligation, but because of the downward trend of the two twos ratio, I would say that this ratio will continue to weaken and it's a negative signal, not positive ones. So next, I will to analyze the impact of the loan on the leverage. You can see that with the new loan, the total debt see increase into 66 million. And yes, they will shift the capital structure toward more depth, and this into the highly leveraged carry will face heightened refinancing and default risk. On profitability, I would say that with this new launch and in all the scenario that I analyze, these two the ITR still below 2 is and this remain default risk. On cash flow, I would say that the CSC ratio is still below 2 is and they show the mismatch between operating cash generation and interest burden. And more on cash flow, maybe this debt, this loan can buffer the short-term cash flow. However, this cash flow is just one time, and they will outflow annually, so the liquidity buffer will erode rapidly. So, and I have a special analysis when uh, I I assess the loan impact based on the loan usage, and the final outcome is that maybe the company can use 70% of the loan for paying debt, all debt, and 30% for expansion. Next, um, this is some risk and challenge of the expansion plan and uh, previously about the loan, but I want to focus on my decision. So like I said before, my decision is that I recommend the bank have the conditional approval of the 30 million term loan in 5 years, with a focus on refinancing, strategic focus, financial performance thresholds, and collateralized protection. And this is the confidence. You can see that, like say, for they need to focus on refinancing existing debt. The interest rate is I choose 6.5% plus 5% of margin of safety, so the final interest rate is 11.5%. And this loan will occur in 5 years, and with amortization from year three. I would say that they this company cannot have cannot expand into Asia in this period. The reason is that you can see that the financial health currently is really bad, and they cannot suffer from the operating costs and barriers, and the potential risk when expanding to Asia. I think that this new law needs they will take this new loan to buffer to buff, to increase their cash flow, and this increased cash flow can help them uh, to pay for the old debt, the operation cost, and to invest in R&D investment, especially invest in the software solution because it have higher revenue in 2023, and they need to stop dividend pay because this dividend pay will make the cash outflow increase. And this is performance terms, and the collateral, I would say that maybe they need to their tangible assets need to like at a minimum appraised value of 37 million because we need so much soft safety. About appendix, I would say that I have some key points that I would say about the interest rate. I analyze three scenarios of interest rate, revenue rate, EBIT margin record calculation, and about a table tail. So this is my end of presentation.